Hello everyone, this is Dave and Terry from Beauty and the Beard's Magical Adventures. We decided to do a quick vlog because we just got back from Florida on our trip, and we started putting out some vlogs from rides, and we did a couple room tours. So we wanted to talk about some of the things we did, some questions, like some of our favorite items, and then so if you guys have any questions or anything, you could ask.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know, one of the things, the first 2 nights we stayed at Beach Club. So what'd you think of the Beach Club?
It was nice. It was it was very similar to Boardwalk Resort because it's in that general area. And the studio was kind of the same setup, same style, just a different type of theming. It was nice. The only thing I didn't like about it was there was an area or a place where you can get quick service food items, but they didn't really have that much to choose from, and the pizza wasn't really good, and some of their sandwiches weren't good. So I just wish they had more of a selection on that. I know they're big on restaurants. So that's probably, you know, where a lot of people, when they stay there, they like that. But I just wish they had more of a variety where you could just go in and grab what you need and have a quick lunch or breakfast and leave. You could go to the boardwalk, but it is a walk. It's about a 10-minute walk. But overall, it was a nice resort. I would probably stay there again. I don't know if for a full week, but for a couple nights.
Did you prefer that over the boardwalk, or?
I like the boardwalk better.
Okay.
For some reason, I don't know why. I think it was just it had a better atmosphere, and you were closer to like more of the food options.
Is that it?
So
Oh,
yeah. What about you?
Well, you know, I thought the pool was big and beautiful. Okay. It wasn't that crowded in the pool. You know, during May, it seems like Disney's always crowded no matter what, but the pools and the resorts aren't too bad in May. I think it's more crowded during the holidays, but the pool is beautiful, it's big. It depends if you like sand. A lot of the pool had a sandy bottom, to try to have that like beach atmosphere. I'm not big on sand, you know, but it was nice. It had a nice ambiance to the resort. I mean, it fit the resort very nicely. The boat, there's a boat that takes you to Hollywood Studios, which is, we have vlogs on that too. We'll put that in here, not this one, but we'll add it to one of our vlogs over the next couple of weeks. But the boat takes you pick it up at not Hollywood Studios, you pick it up at Beach Club. It takes you to the Swan and Dolphin first, then it goes to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, so that was, we didn't know that. It was kind of,
I mean,
the one day we were running late for sci-fi reservations, and luckily we just made it. But it was still about an 8-minute boat ride, I think. Yeah,
it was only 8-10 minutes. It was not long at all. I mean, it's covered, so you don't have to worry about the elements if it's raining. It's air conditioned and everything, so it's a nice little boat ride.
Yeah, it's a nice, if you don't want to do the walk or take the bus.
And the distance to the boardwalk is, you know, it's right there, like Terry said, it's about a 10-minute walk. You know, it's a great, I mean, the boardwalk, I prefer the boardwalk too. It's more my style as well. And the boardwalk resort is right next to all the bars and all the restaurants, really. So the beach club, you kind of have to walk a little farther than you do on the boardwalk. But it's still, I mean, the beach club's a great resort. You know, one of the highlights on the boardwalk for me was we got the Ooey Gooey Butter Cake ice cream. Yeah. And it's so amazing.
Yeah, it's at Ample Hills Creamery. And you can actually, we just placed an order. You can actually order their ice cream and have it shipped to you. So we're going to get that in 2 days. So maybe
when we get good at
we'll
this,
do another vlog, and we'll when we get it and we try it, just to, you know, see how it is. They say it comes with dry ice and it's supposed to be cold, and so we'll see when it gets here. Hopefully, it's being shipped from, I think, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
And if we get better at this, we're going to get better and better at this vlogs and editing. You know, in the future, when we talk like that about Ample Hills Creamery, we put on the bottom, we put a link somewhere.
We can put a link.
We'll start getting better at that.
But if you've never tried it, it's one of the best ice creams. And I'm not an ice cream person. I like ice cream sandwiches. I'm not really big on like a bowl of ice cream, but it's one of the, I think one of the best things I've ever had.
And coming from me, I only like chocolate.
Yeah, and it's a vanilla ice cream with like the ooey gooey butter cake. It's like a cream cheese cake in pieces, though.
But it has a great taste, a texture to it, and it kind of melts in your mouth. And when you add it, you know, Terry got it with some vanilla ice cream mixed with it, right?
Yeah,
I got chocolate ice cream, and it was amazing, the mixture together. And then when we stayed last year, she got the ooey gooey butter cake.
I just got a slice of the butter cake, and they warm it up for you, and it was good. But I think it's better with ice cream.
And it is expensive there, so I mean, it is a treat. You know, everything at Disney is on a higher price scale, but it's worth it. I mean, you're not getting, you know, cheap ice cream from the grocery store. It's really good. It's really quality food. So overall, you know, the beach club's great and everything. You know, overall, all the resorts there that you stay at DVC are great. It's just a preference of what you like, what resorts you like better, and what parks you like better.
Right.
You know, like for
what
us,
location, you know, where do you want to stay at? Obviously, if you're going to stay at on the monorail, it's going to be a little higher end because everyone wants to go to the Magic Kingdom. So, but this one was walking distance to Epcot too, and that's closer to the beach club. We didn't walk there. I think we went there later in the week.
Yeah.
So we didn't take advantage of the close distance, but you could still walk there. I think it's like a 5-minute walk. It's
not
really
even,
close.
yeah. Okay. You go with the beach club?
Yeah.
Talking about that? Okay, so Polynesian Resort. What did you think of the Polynesian Resort?
Yeah.
We stayed, before Terry talks about that, we stayed again. The first 2 nights were at Beach Club, and then the 5 nights after that were at Polynesian.
I loved it. It was our first time staying there. And I remember as a kid when we would go to the ticket transportation center and we would wait for the ferry or monorail. And you would always see it in the distance, and you know, as a kid, I was always like, "Oh, I want to stay there one day," and we got to stay there. So it was nice. I like how it's spread out, where you're not under one roof, like kind of like the Animal Kingdom, the Animal Kingdom Lodge. But I love that hotel as well. I mean, that's our home resort. So. But I do like how you were kind of free, where you can kind of roam around. The grounds are beautiful with the tiki torches. It's at night, it's all lit up. There's 2 pools, so like the DVC area kind of has its own pool, and there's 2 bars at each pool. There's one at each pool, so there's 2 bars total. The food was decent. You know, we're picky eaters, so. A lot of it is Hawaiian theme.
Kind of Caribbean type of island food.
So,
a lot of fish, seafood.
We still found stuff to eat, you know, maybe like a hamburger, cheeseburger, or hot dog or something. I think they had chicken nuggets, and you can get like a sandwich or whatever. I liked it. I thought it was great. The pool water was perfect. You know, I think it could have been a little warmer, but considering it was really hot when we went, it was like low 90s every day. So it was good. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, the thing that really stood out for me with the Polynesian, obviously you get the monorail that takes you to Magic Kingdom, but the thing that really stood out for me is how big the studio rooms are. They're the biggest studio rooms in the resort, the DVC resorts.
Yeah, I like that too.
The problem with that is, though, they don't have 1 or 2 bedroom or 3 bedrooms. You have to get in an adjoining room if you go with a family, a bigger family, or a couple families. That would be the only negative thing, if that's important to you, is they don't have the 1 or 2 bedrooms, which could be a downfall for you.
Yeah, so this room sleeps 5 because it has a pull-down bed and then a sleeper sofa, and then it also has 2 bathrooms. So that's nice because we each had our own bathroom.
And we put a tour out there, a video of it really quick towards the end of the trip, so I apologize. It was towards the end, so the bed wasn't fixed. It was the last day. But we just did a quick run through and showed a video of everything.
And we could add pictures and stuff. And I liked it.
But that's not my favorite thing. Floor. That's not my favorite thing. Trader Sam's is, out of all the bars I've been to in my life, that's one of the best bars I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, it was fun. It was... You know, everyone was very friendly, outgoing. We met a really 2 nice gentlemen there. They were locals. They were there for the evening. It was just a very nice place. The drinks were good. We had a couple drinks. We had the Nautilus, and then I think I just had one of their. I had one of their beers, I think.
Yeah, I think you had a Kona. Yeah, Hawaiian beer.
Yeah.
It's just a great resort. I mean, it's really small and compact, which I think adds to the greatness of the bar and the ambiance to it. Because you kind of have to sit with people. I mean, there's usually a wait. You can tell that during busy time of the season on weekends, we're there on a Tuesday night, but I guarantee you on Friday and Saturday night, there's going to be a long line to get in. And there's a lady or a gentleman, a cast member that will walk in and look to see if there's any openings. And if there's an opening, they'll ask you if you mind if someone sits with you. And, you know, we met these two nice guys. We took a picture with them. We'll probably put one in here. Hopefully they don't mind if they see this. But
well, we told them.
Yeah, we told them we're going to put them on here. But just really nice people there. The waitresses are great there. They, you know, whenever someone orders a certain drink, they have kind of like a dialogue that they talk about. They'll shoot water on you. I mean, it's just great time there. You know, so I highly recommend. If you like having a few cocktails on vacation, I highly recommend you go there and at least see it once.
Yeah, it was a nice place. Yeah, we didn't do any of the sit down meals or dining places like Ohana or the Alua. We didn't do that, so I kind of wanted to do it, but we kind of dropped the ball on that. But we did watch fireworks from the beach the one night, and it was great. It was, I mean, it's not the same as you're in the park by Magic Kingdom, but it was nice because you don't have to deal with the crowd of people leaving. And they pipe in the music, so it's actually really nice. You can sit on the beach and find a good place. And then 10 minutes before that, they have the water electric parade that passes by, I think, the Grand Floridian and the Polynesian. So that was fun. You get to see all the light up floats, and that was cool. We took videos of that too, so we'll put that on there as well over the next couple weeks. We just have to edit it because it's pretty long. We have the full fireworks show out there, and it was taken on my iPhone, and there was people in front of us, so I didn't want to put the flash on. So I'm not sure how it's going to come out. So we'll probably just put a few, you know, parts of the video. I took some pictures that came out pretty good. So
we'll add all that to this.
Some pictures in it.
So it was really nice. So overall, it's great. I mean, the view we had when we were watching the fireworks, the bungalows were right there too. And if you're not familiar with that, look them up online. They're the DVC Polynesian bungalows. They're just these big bungalows on the lake. And they're beautiful. You know, they're very high in points though. So
it's supposed to kind of be like
Bora Bora,
like Tahiti, Bora Bora, and you know, like that kind of style and atmosphere.
But we're probably never going to stay there. But it's nice to dream.
Yeah, it's costs a lot of money and it costs a lot of points.
Yeah, we're not going to put our points on that because you're not in the room that often anyway. So,
but overall, I would definitely stay there again. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I loved it. And then it's also a short walk to the Grand Floridian. So we did the one walk the one morning and walked over there, took some pictures, and it's a nice place. I love that too. So hopefully that's on our to-do list next.
Yeah, we're going to try to stay at all the resorts that are on the grounds and everything for DVC, obviously. And then they're adding some more, too. Yeah. They're adding the Riviera, and then in a couple of years, I believe it's called Reflections. That's by the old water park, River Country, that shut down in 2001. So we're going to probably, I'm sure, stay there in a few years because our plan is to go at least once a year. And, you know, next year we're going to California. So I'm not going to talk too much about that because we have to book it first. Who knows what's going to happen.
You know, this is something, you know, still in talks.
Yeah, it's still in talks. So, and then you got the Hawaii resort, Aluni, or Alauni, whatever you want to call it. And that's on our radar, too, over the next couple of years. Just depends on what's available at the 7th month mark for us. So, that's the two resorts we stayed at.
We also did a character dinner, Chef Mickey's. This was my doing, and I booked it because we've never done one. I do think we should have did a breakfast. I think you would get more of a variety of food. The dinner was good. It was just your typical buffet foods. And it seemed like it was kind of
Golden Corral type of.
It just seemed like it was very disorganized. Like there wasn't a line. People just cut in front of people. There were 5 characters that came out, and they all came to the your table, and it was fun. We had a great time. We took pictures, which we can include and stuff. So we had a good time, but it was on the pricey side. It was expensive.
Yeah, and it's worth it, especially if you have kids. Because the kids are going to have a blast because they have cast members that come out afterwards after you're done eating towards the end, and they'll ask you if you got to see all the characters. And then the characters come up, you take selfies with them. They'll let you take pictures and everything. So it's all it's really good if you like that stuff. It's just the food part of it. It's basic buffet, and it's not really worth the money.
Yeah, I think you're paying more for the characters. And then if you're, over 21, you can they do sell alcohol.
Yeah,
so you can get
yourself
a drink, a mixed drink, cocktail, or a beer, whatever.
And there was a lot of couples there too. It's not like you have to have kids to do stuff like that.
Don't feel that you can't go because you don't have kids. 'Cause we don't have kids, and I didn't feel out of place.
No, we go to Disney all the time, and we don't care. I mean, Disney. We'll talk about that if anyone has questions, and we start getting more subscribers and people ask us questions about that, because I know I have a lot of friends that will tell us, why do you go to Disney all the time?
I feel like now in today's times, like there's more to do for adults. It's not just it's not just for kids anymore. So especially at Epcot, I mean, you can drink around the world. There's different types of restaurants for geared towards adults, and there's different tours you can do just for adults.
Magic Kingdom's the only place that's still pretty much geared towards kids.
Yeah, that's kind of the only park I think that has more of the the little ones, and more of the rides for them.
But that doesn't mean as an adult you can't enjoy it, because there's still it's history. And it's been there since 1971, and it's the original park, in Disneyland with Walt Disney. And if you're a big Disney fan, those rides never get old, like the Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion,
we go on them all the time.
Yeah, it's a great time.
I don't think you can ever get sick of them.
So, next thing is, what's your favorite park?
Probably Animal Kingdom, just because of the animals. We're animal lovers, and it's just a beautiful park. I feel like, I feel like once you go there, you enter through the gates, and it's like you're in a different world.
It's not really
Pandora's
Disney.
Beautiful. You go into Africa, it's beautiful, and there's kind of something for everyone there.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, same thing with me. It's my favorite park. It's actually my favorite park in the country, and we've been to a lot of parks across the country, including Cedar Point. Yeah, it's just my favorite park because it's the realism that's involved in it. Joe Rohde, if you ever get a chance, look him up. He's an Imagineer. He's the one that really created that park. He created Looney. I wouldn't say created, but he had a lot to do with the direction and a lot of the artistic nature of it. And he's traveled around the world to bring that realism back to the park. I mean, when you walk through there, you don't realize and the encompassing nature of that place, where they have Africa, the Asia, the continents, and they actually bring back the towns, and they have everything is so real there. Like when you go on Expedition Everest, you're thinking it's just a roller coaster and that's it. But you're actually going through something that he went to Everest, the mountain and stuff in Nepal, and he brought back all that stuff back. The people and the culture.
Yeah. So when you walk through the town, I mean, it's like you're walking through the town that's actually there.
Yeah, it's just the realism's so fantastic.
One thing with Disney is what they do is they're everything's a theme. It's like a story. They're telling a story. So. Any ride, any park, there's a reason behind what it looks like. Like walking down Main Street, that's Walt's,
like his hometown. Yeah, it brought back memories.
Right.
Yeah, and when you're going through Magic Kingdom, that's like Walt Disney when he used to bring his kid to the fair, and it was dirty, and it just wasn't up to par what he thought would be good for his family, and he wanted to bring that to everyone. And I'm not gonna talk too much about that, because I'm sure if you're a Disney fan, you'll know about it.
I'm sure if anyone, Yeah.
But overall, Animal Kingdom's the best, and they have the best bar, second best bar on the planet, the Dawa Bar.
Yeah, it was fun. You could just sit there all day. Yeah. Not all day, but I mean for like an hour or two, and just kind of listen to the music and talk to people. Some locals or people that are on vacation. Will grab a drink and sit down next to you, and ask you where you're from, and it's nice. It was a nice kind of place to kind of just grab a drink and get out of the heat for a little bit, and it was nice.
Yeah, and we have videos on that. So overall, Animal Kingdom's our favorite park at Disney.
Love the safari ride. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, we'll talk about a little bit. Next question is the 5 favorite rides, but we also want to talk about. We did a tour called Caring for Giants.
Yeah, Caring for Giants. It's at Animal Kingdom. It was just an hour long, so it wasn't too long. It was basically a tour with elephants, and they had basically a woman that came from Africa that lived there, and she told you more about elephants and what they're good for, what they're, it was very informative. It was a nice tour. It wasn't too long. You still get a lot out of it. And I felt like you get to go backstage. We couldn't take pictures, obviously, or video, anything backstage. But we took a lot of videos and pictures when we got close to the elephants. We got to see little baby Stella, which was cute. She was kind of like right by us.
The baby giraffe, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it was nice. I would do it again. I think they also have another one for, I think it's with rhinoceros.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we might do that in November because we're going back in November. So we might do that one. But last year we did that Africa trek.
And that was outstanding.
And that's a 3-hour tour, but it was amazing. I would do that again. I think I would probably spend the money and do it again. So I mean, if you're looking for like something fun to do that's not rides or whatever, and I think it was like $30 a person. And then if you're an annual pass or DVC member, you get a discount. So I think for us, it came out to like $25 a person.
Yeah,
it was
really
really reasonable.
It doesn't take much time in your day, and you have many times throughout the day.
I think it's an hour. It's like every hour they have a tour.
Yeah. So I mean, you could do it in the morning if you want. You could go on. You might have fast passes in the morning and do it early afternoon after lunch.
Yeah, that's kind of what we did. We planned it around. We planned our fast passes around the tour.
So we'll put some stuff out there. I took some videos on that as well, and pictures and everything, and we'll put that out there too. So overall, yeah, we really love that park. Now, 5 favorite rides. I like talking about favorites and everything. So what was your 5 favorite rides?
My favorite's probably Slinky Dog. Then it's probably Safari. Toy Story Mania, Rock and Roller, and Big Thunder.
That's 6 or 5?
5.
Okay.
I'm counting.
All right. Yeah, mine are Flight of Passage. To me, is the most amazing ride I've ever been on. It's my second favorite ride in the planet.
It is a good ride. However, if you're prone to motion sickness, like with screens, that's how I am, and I have to close my eyes. I get sick.
Yeah, and it happens to a lot of people. For me,
it's a cool ride. The concept of where you're sitting on a Banshee and you can feel it breathe. It is a cool, but it's just, I wish I've tried, but I can't. It's like halfway through, I have to close my eyes because I'll throw up.
And I'm lucky. I can have a few drinks and still.
And we go on roller coasters all the time. It's just for some reason when I have the glasses on and I'm looking at a screen, and you're feeling like you're going like this, my stomach turns. And
that did happen. I know when I was reading about the Harry Potter ride, the Forbidden Adventure in California when it opened up, they had a 3D glasses on that ride too. And if you know the one at Universal Studios in Orlando, they don't have the 3D glasses, so people were getting sick.
I get sick.
Yeah, because anything with screens, Harry gets a little sick. Yeah, and a lot of people are like that. There's a lot of people that love Flight of Passage, but can't go through it, can't go on it. I'm kind of the same way on Soarin' too, even if you don't have glasses. But it's just that whole, like, you're kind of not like floating, but yeah, it just doesn't do well with me. But that's my favorite ride. It's my number 2 favorite ride in the world, besides Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point. And I'm not going to talk about Cedar Point because we'll have some vlogs out there in a couple months. But my second favorite ride is the Safari, the Kilimanjaro Safari. That's a great ride. Third is Peter Pan. That's like my kid in me. I used to love Peter Pan as a kid. Fourth is Haunted Mansion. And then 5th is Space Mountain. So it's kind of crazy that 3 of my favorite rides are at Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom, I love the park. Well, but so those are my 5 favorite rides. And then the last thing we're going to talk about is food. And we're, like Terry said earlier in the vlog, we're very picky with food. We're like kids, actually, so give us regular food and we're fine. We're eating just so we don't get sick going on the rides in the sun. What's your favorite restaurant or sit down? Probably Sci-Fi. And it's not that the food is that amazing or that spectacular. It's just the viewing there. You're in the back of an old car. And it's kind of based on like an old like drive-in type of place. It's dark in there. Old sci-fi movies, you know. So yeah, it's just black and white. Just the atmosphere in there is pretty cool. They have a big screen up, like you're in a drive-in with old sci-fi movies from the 50s and 60s. So we have a really good time there, and the pricing is, relatively it's on the higher side, but it's worth it. I mean, it's good to go there. You do need to get dining reservations there, even though that one you should try you should try to book like around 180 day mark, 179, because you'll have better options, I think.
versus you know, for reservations. Oh, and then when we did eat there, I surprised him because it was our anniversary, and I got him one of those Mickey cakes, and we'll put a picture of what it looks like. But it's the actual chocolate dome with his ears, and everything was edible. And
yeah, it was
wow. Amazing.
Wow. It was like, I think $30-something, right?
Yeah, it was
well worth it.
And what they can do is they don't deliver them to your hotel room, but if you call the number, and we can put that in the vlog too. If you call the number, they go to select restaurants. So if you have dining reservations set, you can call them and say, hey, we're eating at, I asked them, we have reservations for sci-fi on blah, blah, blah day. And if they deliver there, they'll deliver the cake there. So, so that was nice. It's either that, or I think you have to go to Disney Springs. I think there's a store there where you can go buy them. But yeah. But we'll put all the information on the vlog. But it was really good.
So that's really it. I mean,
what's your favorite counter service? Just so that way everyone.
Counter service. You know, I really don't have a favorite counter service. Let Terry.
We tried Woody's Lunchbox.
Okay, yeah, that was good.
In Toy Story Land, and it had the grilled cheese with tomato bisque
kind of bisque soup. Yeah.
It was outstanding. It was. Now we had to wait, which is fine because they were just making them fresh. But I'm telling you, it tasted like kind of like a garlic cheese.
It was just good. Sandwich. It was different than what the regular food is.
Yeah. Grilled cheese. It was really good. So if you just want a quick meal or whatever, try it. It's I think it's worth the money.
And if anyone's been to Beaches and Cream and had it, we'd like to know how to compare.
Yeah, we couldn't get in there.
But we'd like to know how to compare the Beaches and Cream one, because they have the grilled cheese and tomato soup. If it's kind of the same recipe, or is it different? Right. You know, if you guys know that, let us know. Yeah. Is it all?
Yeah. So I think we were there a whole week, and we had plans every day, but also kind of relaxed. So we kind of made it where our afternoons were free. We're at the pool, and the pool, Polynesian was really, really nice. It was quiet. You had some families with kids and stuff, playing around. It was nice. It was nice and relaxing. If you do go in May, the beginning of May, it's love bug season. Yeah. So they were everywhere. They were really bad this year because we went last year in May and they weren't even out.
Yeah, I think I was reading like every couple years it gets worse, but this year was pretty bad. Now they don't bother you; they're annoying.
They're annoying,
but
they'll
they're everywhere.
On you, but they don't bite or anything.
They don't smell or anything or have like an odor.
But if you're in the pool, they don't bother you. But if you're sitting out by the table or in a chair, they'll bother you. Or if you're by the bar, they might bother you. They were in some parks, but not too many. We didn't see any, but it was just more by the restaurants and the resorts.
By the lake too. Polynesian more because we're by the lake. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's it.
Yeah.
So we had a great time and can't wait to go back in November, and we'll go back for the Christmas stuff, and I can't wait for that. So.
And we're gonna start doing more vlogs and putting things out there. Like I said, I know the quality at the GoPro we use for a lot of the rides, the ones that we've put out there that you've seen, and that looks pretty good. We just get we have right now. We just bought a Canon G7X Mark II, which is a lot of vloggers use, and so far it's been great. It's the first time we're using it for a vlog, so hopefully we'll see the texture and everything better than it was before. Because I did not like walking around the parks with my iPhone 7 and walking around and vlogging. So this is going to be a lot better, and we're going to be using this and the GoPro. So if you have anything to ask or questions, please let us know. Please subscribe if you want to see more.
Right. On
the bottom right-hand corner or left-hand corner, whatever, you'll see the little button to press to subscribe. And feel free to reach out to us and ask us any questions you want. Okay? All right, thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks. Bye.